Hello Virgos, this is Perigaea Tarot. I am here to do your reading today. Let's ask the universe, how does your people feel about you? How do they feel about you? They're excited about reaching out to you. They're contemplating reaching out, communicating, and they're very passionate and excited about, they're probably nervous too. I'd say that they're looking to revive things with you. They want a fresh start, and you could definitely be dealing with a fire sign. Universe. With the Ace of Swords in the reverse, though, there could be some blocked energies here. Could be a situation where one or both of you don't really know where the other is coming from. Currently there's a lack of communication is what I'm sensing. Maybe maybe your person is feeling like they don't really know what you're thinking, and it's leaving them feeling kind of nervous. And yet I'd say with the Knight of Wands here, they're definitely coming in. They're not letting that hold them back. Oh my gosh. Wow. I'd say you're definitely dealing with a fire sign here, guys. So, whoa, this is what I'm sensing here, like, because we had, what did we have before? We had the Page of Wands, and I just want to put this out for the visual. If I can find it quickly. Where did it go? Anyways, but what it is, we had the Page of Wands, the Knight of Wands, and then we have the King of Wands. I'd say you're definitely dealing with someone who either is a fire sign or is just extremely passionate about you. But this is somebody who's like, they're deciding, they're making up their mind, they're taking action. It's like they're taking one incremental step to the next, whether or not they think you're going to be cooperative. Like they're not even really letting that hinder their plans at this point. Yeah, they're just like, I am going to succeed one way or another. I mean, I don't think it's necessarily like, you know, at your expense they will succeed. But this is somebody who's just like, I want to succeed. I don't like it. What I'm sensing is definitely an energy, a fire sign energy that is... Sorry, guys, one second. Movie magic. So, oh, interesting. This is, what was I? Oh, this definitely feels like it could be... a fire sign energy, or someone with a strong sense of pride that does not like they can deal with maybe hardships for a little while, but then before too long they just get so fed up with any feeling of lack of success that they just make up their mind to just bowl through the situation and do whatever they have to do to make it better. So this is them seeing you as the Empress. Oh my gosh, look at this, you guys. Wow. Empress to the Two of Cups, the Sun in the reverse, the Hermit, and the Fool. So this feels like an energy of like, they love you. They see you as the best that there is. But with the Sun in the reverse, they'd be very happy to be with you. But I think they're also just feeling a little bit uncertain as to how you feel. But they're going to come in. They're going to take action one way or another. They're trying to put on a brave face, because I sense that what has been holding them back in the past has been this fear and trepidation about, let me just get these things. I'm just going to put these down. I think that this is what we need to do. What's been holding them back is this fear and trepidation over what will happen, over whether or not you're going to accept them back. And so this is why they've hesitated. And I feel like this is this person just being like, you know what? I'm going to be brave no matter what. No matter what, I'm going to face what comes. And I just need to open myself up to the possibility, you know, of what that might be one way or another. Because I think that what they're seeing is that they've been blocking out, they've been blocking the entire situation with their indecision or with their anxiety. They have been ensuring failure, because if you don't try, it's 100% that, you know, it's 100% that you'll fail. Whereas if at least if you try, then there's at least, you know, some chance that you will succeed. So I feel like this is this person putting on a brave face and saying, you know what, I just have to face whatever is going to happen one way or another. Yeah, and I saw the Emperor there too. And this is them taking the responsibility to just, you know, grow up and deal with whatever comes. And again, we have the Empress and the Emperor here. And this time they're in the upright. That's very interesting. Universe, is there another card for this to go with this Fool as the outcome? Interesting. Okay. So, yeah, I'd say that this is someone who has wanted to come in as the King of Pentacles because you are the Queen of Pentacles, because they've wanted to match you and offer you stability and possibly, you know, wealth or comfort. And they're worried. I think one of the main things that has worried them is feeling like maybe they can't provide for you according to what they perceive you to be accustomed to, or what they feel like maybe you want or deserve. I think that that's been one of their main worries. But with the Death in the reverse to the Moon, what I think this person is realizing that it's really not about that. It's about their own insecurities, and that they just didn't want to face with how they really felt, which is really more about their own insecurities than about this actual situation. I think it's, you know, I think that if they're being honest with themselves, then most likely what they find in you is profound acceptance. It's like the inadequacy is inside of them, you know, is what I'm sensing here too. But they've also just been delaying. Sorry, guys. They've also just kind of been delaying what they feared, and just being like, I don't want to face it. I don't want to face the possibility that Virgo doesn't want me, and so I'm just not even going to try. But this is them being like, okay, I've already taken too long to do this. I've taken too long to think, and and basically what they're seeing is that they've been guaranteeing this Three of Swords. It's like almost like they've been outsmarting themselves. Like they've been trying to be so strategic and protect themselves, and maybe even be smart or even sneaky, but I'd say more strategic, that they're actually just hurting themselves by taking too much time. It's like they haven't been giving back. There hasn't been equal give and take, but this is them understanding that there needs to be balance here, that there needs to be reciprocation, and that they just need to stand up and be brave and face their fears. So yeah, one of these this is really great energy, because this is someone being very strong and courageous and facing their fears. And it's like, because up right here with the Six of Pentacles in the reverse, we have the Scales in the reverse, and then right next to that we have the Scales in the upright with Justice, and then Six of Cups. So this is someone who just wants to come in and make things right with you, like pretty much no matter what they have to do. And that doesn't necessarily speak to how they're going to do it, but just that they are going to do it, that they're not going to be cowardly and avoid, you know, the fear of rejection. So let's get an oracle card for you guys. How does my Virgo's person feel towards Virgo? Ooh, okay, which one? What? Okay, let's just shuffle some more, because I'm not sure which one of those is supposed to be your card. Oh, I just saw on the underneath the deck, I'm stuck in visions of us together. I wish I could be fully honest with you. So let's ask the universe what that's about. Is it over? Yeah, this is the main issue here is that this person is really they're confused. Oh, drugs and alcohol. So is it so this person has been dealing with, there is some relevance to drugs and alcohol in this situation, but the biggest issue here is it over? This person has not known, they have not approached because they haven't known if it was over or not, and they were so scared of being rejected by you that they just couldn't, so that they just didn't. But let's ask the universe to clarify on this issue of honesty. Universe, what is this? What is it that my Virgo's person wishes they could be honest with Virgo about? Ace of Pentacles. So let's get one more. For that, what is it that my Virgo's person wishes that they could be honest with Virgo about? You know, The thing is that with this Ace of Pentacles, I'm not quite sure. It could be that the universe doesn't really want you to know yet. I've found that to happen many times. And sometimes I'll try to specify something and it's like, nope, you don't get to know. Like, that one's going to stay open for now. Because maybe it is something where this person does need to tell you, or that this needs to be in play for the time being. But this could be either about what they have to offer you, their financial situation. It could be about a past relationship and maybe its current relevancy to this person's life. I get the feeling that this has at least strongly something to do with what they feel they can offer you financially. That's something that they're worried about. All right, so with the Knight of Wands to the King of Wands, this person is coming straight in. They've made up their mind, and nothing is going to get in the way. You know, it's almost like I'm seeing this structure behind the King of Wands. It looks like and it's looking to me like a ruler, like a measuring tool. And it's almost like this man is measuring his worth by how he behaves in this situation. It's like, you are the Empress to this person. You're the one that they want. And this is almost like the true test. They see this as like the true test of their manhood, of like, this is the woman I really want. This is the woman I want to commit to. Now, and I'm scared. Am I going to be brave enough to stand up, stand tall, and act, and be, for lack of, take, like a real man in this person's, perception of themselves. Of course, this could be vice versa with genders, but it's like they're measuring themselves like, this is the moment where my true grit shows, who I really am. And that's at least the standard that they are holding themselves to, is like, how am I going to measure up in this situation? But yeah, it's like they're not even allowing themselves to worry about whether or not how you're going to receive them, because they're like, yes, they love you and they want to be with you, but it's almost like they are seeing this as like, well, at least if I stand up and I do what I know I should, and I act, like a strong, courageous, brave person, then at least no matter what happens, I can tell myself that I did my best and I didn't chicken out, With the Two of Pentacles to the Six of Wands, there is some trepidation, because obviously they want to experience success with you, but it's still just it feels like very determined energy. Like they're not going to let anything, because it's about they are evaluating themselves. They're measuring themselves on how they behave. It's not just about, it's obviously they care about you, but it's like, this is such an important situation to them that they're like, I cannot look back on this in my future and say that I failed myself, and say that I didn't act like a strong person, Yeah. Yeah, it's like with this, they're not quite sure. They're hopeful. With the Sun in the reverse, they are very hopeful that you love them and that you want to be with them and that you will accept them. And I think that they have strong hopes, but they also feel trepidation. They're not quite sure, but they're not letting this stop them. And here I'm seeing with the Fool, it's like they are sort of stuck between two attitudes. This feeling of like, it's like, sorry, one thing before we get into that. It's like they're looking at your character of who you are, and they're trusting in that. Like, this is a big part of this, is that they feel like they've come to realize a lot of things about you. I feel like something that's happened for your person in recent weeks, months, is that the fog has kind of dissipated. That was their own old perceptions of, of sort of past situations, the residue of previous situations that they were maybe projecting onto the situation with you. And they're coming to understand and see your character. And that, oh, all that stuff from my past, all those people that hurt me, all those people who treated me one way or another, that caused me to expect certain behavior and certain character in other people, they've begun to truly see and trust that that's not who you are. And so they're trying to step forward bravely, also on the basis of trust in who you are, because they feel like they've come to know you more deeply. And here, with their attitude about the situation, they're like, yeah, it's like they're kind of stuck between two emotions here. It's like, this is the brave face of like, I'm going to take it as it comes and do right and just be optimistic. And then the other one's like completely embittered and angry and vengeful and cross. But they've got both of those going on inside of themselves, but they are approaching this bravely. And there's a lot of positive here. I'd say that the positive is stronger than the negative. Let's get another oracle card for you guys. All right. Universe, what can you tell me about my Virgo's person and their feelings for Virgo? I mean, we've got really great cards here, you guys. Oh, wow. So this person, I'm honestly really proud of your person. I'm seeing like, this is somebody who's been going through some really intense experiences and transformation, and they are transitioning into a new place, into a new state. And they're allowing, I'd say that part of that could be them taking the time to practice self-acceptance, to take time to allow them to accept their own feelings, but there's something really beautiful coming forth between the two of you, and it's in transition, and it's coming out. It's like one or both of you are finding the strength to actually open up your heart to love again, to let that vulnerability happen. So what is this Knight of Wands to the Empress? Yeah, this is someone who they know they can't wait for the future any longer. They need to make up their mind or they're going to lose a chance with you. They are anxious. They know they need to make up their mind, that they need to make up, and they are anxious about this. They have been in their head about it for a long time. Oh my gosh, Temperance in the reverse. Yeah, they're anxious, and they know that they need to basically do right. They need to do right, because then at the very least, with how strongly they feel about you, if they did their best, at least then they can't beat themselves up and feel like they didn't, because they know that if they don't, then they'll lose their chance, and they love you. Like the Two of Cups is here twice. And to them, you are the best that there is. And so they're kind of dropping all their pride. They're dropping all this other stuff because they're just like, I just need to make this work. Yeah, they want to come out of the Five of Pentacles here. They don't want to have to face the prospect of losing you for good. What is this King of Wands to the Two of Cups? Hey. Yeah, so this is somebody who wants to do the best that they can to be stable for you, but they're also just kind of letting go of the pressure that they were putting on themselves about that, is what I'm sensing. I think that's one of the main things that they've been stuck in their head about, is feeling like maybe they wouldn't have enough to give you. And I think that this is them realizing that, they haven't maybe been giving you enough credit. They haven't really been, maybe they've been thinking that you are a bit more materialistic than you actually are. What is this Two of Cups? Queen of Cups in the reverse. So yeah, this is someone who maybe the loss of your emotional support and investment, it almost feels like this person has been in a panic because of that. And they really want to find a way. They really want to please you. They really want to find a way that the two of you could go back into that place where you're emotionally open with each other, because that emotional communion between the two of you, I'd say, is the most intense they've ever had. It's the most meaningful they've ever had. It's the most satisfying they've ever had. Yeah, and they've been desolated without you in their life. They've been really sad about the loss. It's like they know that they alone cannot feel the way that they felt when you were with them. Is there anything else for this Two of Cups? Yeah, and they don't want to lose you. It's like they literally just feel like it's not an option, because they don't feel like they could get over it. So they're coming in and they're investing. Oh my goodness. Whoa, whoa. They're coming in with the Ace of Pentacles. They're offering you what they've got. You know, they're coming in to offer you what they've got, and they want the Ten of Cups with you, and they're coming in to make things right. And I feel like this is them just being like, you know what, the love I have to give is enough. Like, this person, I don't have to offer them the world. What is this Sun in the reverse? Yeah, they've been paranoid about things and maybe seeing you falsely, and that's why they weren't taking action. But they've realized that they cannot sit on their hands anymore. They need to come take action. They cannot be juggling anymore. They just need to take action and to move forward boldly and with as much confidence as they can. What is this Two of Pentacles to the Hermit? Yep, you are their Empress. You are the ultimate for them. And, oh my goodness, the Hermit again. Wow. It's almost like what I'm seeing here with this energy underneath is that they feel so much for you emotionally that they've been trying to kind of block it out. That's why there's been these power games. That's why there's been this silence or inaction, is because they feel so much for you that it makes them feel very disarmed. And it makes them feel like they need to find some other way to gain some sense of power in the situation, so that they don't just have to like fall face first into that, you know, splatter into that love cake, you know, just like frosting all over the face, you know. I don't know if that's the best analogy, but you know, it's like they basically are like, I have to have some kind of a chip in this game, or this person could just absolutely destroy me. You know. What is this Hermit? And I also feel like they see with the Lantern of the Hermit. Yeah. Oh wow. They want to commit to you big time. And I feel like they almost feel so strongly for you that they're almost kind of embarrassed of how like fruity it is, you know, like how how like, you know, sensitive and like fruity loopy it is, you know, like, ooh, touchy feely feelings, you know. Like they're like, oh my god, it makes them feel very like disarmed. And also with the Lantern of the Hermit twice, I feel like it makes them, they feel like you see very deeply inside of them, to the point that it almost makes them feel very naked and, again, very vulnerable. It makes them feel very like, oh my god, oh my god. What is this? Is there anything else for this Hermit? Yeah, but they understand that they have to come out of this, you know, sort of fake indecision or fake confusion, because they're actually, it's coming off as indecision, which is actually like has been sabotaging the connection. Because, you know, no person is flattered by the thought that somebody isn't sure if they like them enough to choose them. Like, that's kind of a romance killer. Yeah, so they're coming in and they're worried and concerned that you might be guarded, but they're like, I have to face this one way or another. What is this Six of Wands to the Fool, universe? What is this Six of Wands to the Fool? Yeah, they're trying to be strategic, but with the Five of Swords in the reverse, I would say that it's not toxic. It's not like wanting to take power over you. It's more, you know, because you know, Five of Swords in the reverse is remorse over stuff like that. So, and Seven of Swords isn't always sneaky deaky. It's, you know, sometimes it's just strategy. And I feel also that this person uses hostility or aggression to cover up their insecurities. You know, like overt masculine machismo, to block out, you know, to hide that they have vulnerabilities. And I feel like that's what this is. You know, they're definitely weren't scared, but is there anything for this Fool to the Knight of Swords in the reverse? I think that's everything, guys. I think, yeah. I think that this is, they're coming in. You know, they're coming in, they're facing their fears. It's happening. They are nervous, they have fears, they have stuff like that, but they want you and they're taking action. So look out, here they come. All right, I'll talk to you guys soon. Bye-bye.